Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're interrupting this program with breaking news. I'm Vlad Popa.
And I am Oana Gurau. The most shocking news comes directly from Bremen, Germany, where a huge wave of Romanians is bound to hit Jacobs University. Some witnesses argued that the first consequences could be seen directly during the first days on campus. One can observe the number of computer science students exponentially rising.
At the same time, foreigners are complaining that the surveys are being taken over by Romanians, who impose a Romanian monolingual regime on the lunch tables in Mercury College to anybody who dares to sit next to them. Our correspondent, Andreea, is right there on the notorious campus of Jacobs University, where hundreds of Romanians have already set camp. She is trying to gather information as to why locals believe this has happened. Andreea?
Why do you think there are so many Romanians on campus?
Because the first Romanians who came here made a good impression to the faculty and to the admissions, and then they decided to admit more and more Romanians.
I assume that there is something like a quota to be fulfilled here to keep the diversity.
And most of them come here, and basically I think most of them know some people from back home as well, and they know that the computer science stuff is good, and yeah, I think that's why.
Because Romanian girls are pretty, so there has to be enough supply for the demand that international boys have. So that's why there are lots of Romanians.
I know most of the Romanians are pretty smart, so they kind of do belong here. So.
I'm not sure actually. Maybe it's a networking thing where like in the beginning a lot of them came and then the word passed on. I don't know.
Because they like math.
Because they like to smoke. Because they're smart?
Because they're cool. No stereotyping here.
Because they're really good at maths, and Jacobs has a great maths department.
I guess one comes by, then he calls the family, and then the whole city comes by.
Because they are very intelligent. That's why they are here.
In other news, a controversial change of policies inspired all the way from Japan has set foot on campus. This new measure is one of the 10,456 measures meant to cut spending costs and save money at Jacobs University, after a meeting of the Board of Governors has decided to use the Romanian invasion in their favor. Forget about the old-fashioned, mundane calculators.
This change mostly affected the science, technology, engineering, and math students, as Jacobs University has decided to give a green light for students to start replacing their TI calculators with Romanians. So now students can take advantage of the unlimited supply on campus. Start sending your spams, although there is no possibility of running out. The Romanians come in different sizes and different shapes, ranging from a glamorous Oana-type calculator to a fully professional Andrei calculator. Some come with their own puns.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was it for tonight. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the rest of the show.
Welcome to Sport News, presented to you by Remus Dumitru. The most appreciated sport in Romania is of course football. After all, we are Europeans. The most loved Romanian football player is Gica Hagi, the former star of Galatasaray Istanbul, whilst the most well-known club in Romania is Steaua Bucharest. Steaua Bucharest, this symbol of communism, has won the European Champions Cup in 1986 and the title not less than 24 times. Steaua Bucharest is also very well known for its very eccentric owner, Gigi Becali. The traditional sport of Romania is, however, the oina. The oina is considered by many to be the godfather of baseball. This sport dates back from the 14th century and is first mentioned in the year 1364. The sport is a two-team based game where the main purpose is to hit the enemy team with the ball. Many might say that this is a very good practice for rock throwing for the 14th century. Another historical Romanian sport is handball. The Romanian female national handball team has won the World Championship 3 times and has qualified in all the championships since the beginning of the competition in the year 1957. The most well-known local team is Olchim Rârnicu Vâlcea, which has won all the local titles since the year 2006. This team has also qualified continuously past the semifinals of the EHF Championship in the last 4 years. All these famous sports, and still Romania is most well known for another. Of course, I am speaking about its great achievements in gymnastics. This small nation, even though lacking financial investments or a great population pool, has always managed to find its way in this particular sport. The nation has qualified in all Olympic gymnastic competitions since the year 1952 and has presented the world with 74 gymnasts, winning 62 medals. The most well-known female gymnast is Nadia Comaneci, which has scored the first perfect 10 in the year 1976 in Montreal. Sandra Izbasha, another female gymnast, has won the gold medal 2 years ago in London, giving the citizens of USA the chance to offer us this beautiful face. Dansul Călușului. This traditional Romanian dance dates back from ancient times and it was thought to have healing effects. However, the great Romanian leader Michael the Brave was also using this particular dance to celebrate war victories. The name of the dance comes from Cabalin, an ancient Dacian god, and its purpose in the past was to scare away evil spirits. Also, the dance is very popular in my home region. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.